safe to say after chapter 19 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex that Jura isn't the stepfather, but he's the father who stepped up. As in, he is the antagonist that the Boruto series desperately needed. No secret that the Boruto franchise's biggest flaw is that there hasn't been any antagonist characters that really carried the series. Us as a fandom, we allowed this to slide because everybody's investing their stocks in Kawaki. We all know Kawaki is going to be the final villain of the series, similar to how Sasuke was the final villain in the Naruto franchise. That's cool and all. Having a final villain that's really the end game of the series is very important, but what's also vital to a very good series, you always need antagonist characters that push the plot forward and force character development in your protagonist cast. Call them arc villains. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is something where the Boruto series really lacked at. The Kara organization, probably the most complex organization ever introduced to the franchise, was a big letdown. Every single one of the Kara members came and went, and before you yell out Kashin Koji, it was until part 2 Boruto we figured out he has a major role to play in the series. Everyone else kind of just got dealt with, and you can throw in how Delta is actually Amato's daughter, which was obvious from the beginning of the series. Boro came and went, and Code, if you're still investing your stocks in Code as a villain, I wouldn't trust you around any sharp objects. Let's not forget about the Otsutsuki clan, because their goal is very one-dimensional. They just want to consume the chakra fruit, destroy the planet, and become gods, and continue to repeat the same cycle over and over again. So there's not really much depth you can really get out of these characters unless we're talking about the big dog Shibai or the council that was mentioned in the anime. This is why Jura is such a breath of fresh air when it comes to the Boruto franchise, because his very character already is going against the core concept that this franchise was built off of, and that concept is love. Before I take us down memory lane, and you guys know how I love to take you down memory lane, let's revisit this dialogue that Jura had in chapter 19. It starts with Jura reflecting on his situation when he fought against Shikadai, Chocho, and Inojin and Hema. It's about how love clouded Inojin's actions, which ultimately almost cost him his life. Dari, aka Sasuke, is about to return very soon, is acting dumb, like he doesn't understand the concept of love, asking if this love thing is something like a disease. Jura says, the term itself appears in many tones, but it's impossible to pin down. At the very least, the fact that it can cause serious trouble in life forms and cannot be overlooked. I'm sure you hear it too, our insects screaming and warning that we must understand this dangerous concept, love, and overcome it. Back to my original point, the franchise of Naruto was built on love. So it's time to revisit that favorite Otsutsuki clan member that I get cooked for pronouncing her name wrong. Kaguya, Lugia. Yeah, her. She came to planet Earth, she fell in love with a human and got pregnant and gave birth to her children. But she also had to consume the chakra fruit to unlock her true power, because war is something that she couldn't just escape. She also gave us this nugget in the anime canon episode that her clan doesn't believe or understand the concept of love. Momoshiki further reinforced this idea, making it even more canon because he was confused by Ida's love charm ability, because they're not with all that Cupid nonsense. Chocolate on Valentine's Day, just a bunch of ten-tail seeds and dead planets. That's all they're giving you. Love was the very reason why Hagoromo sealed his mother away. In chapter 670, page 16 of the Naruto series, Hagoromo said he believed that the bond known as cooperation was true power, love and true bonds. Fast forward into the Land of Wave arcs, where Haku tells Naruto, when you truly love somebody and you want to protect them, you will unleash your true power. Naruto did this in multiple occasions, in that very arc wherein he thought Sasuke died, and also in the Forest of Death, when Sakura was in danger because of Gaara, he released his true power to protect the ones he loved. And that's not the only example or instance when love played a role into unlocking the true powers of a character. Sasuke's whole clan's ability comes from the purity of love that drives him into madness, and that's where the Sharingan is manifested. Let's talk about how Gaara's character changed completely when Naruto showed him that he doesn't have to be an empty shell, a monster. He can accept love and be a better person, which caused him to become the Kazekage. Love is what quelled the evil within Kurama. Love is what created the Rasengan when you read Hinato's one shot. And as I continue on this rant, I have to talk about the Boruto series because this franchise is really revolving around love and the obsession it can cause. Ida's character, Kawaki being obsessed with Naruto because he's a traumatized child. Sarada and Sumire's love for Boruto, which is confusing both characters. Mitsuki searching for his son that will light his insides up. Boruto, our protagonist, rejecting his loving nature to continue to fight for the future that he may not be able to control. Jura being the character that's training his group, his team, to reject the idea of love, doing it as an obstacle that they have to overcome so they can attain their true power, is the complete opposite of what the franchise stands for. And that's what makes Jura and his character such a chef's kiss to the series. Jura said that their instincts is telling them love is dangerous, and that's because love is going to be the fatal flaw in the undoing for every single one of these characters within the Shinju, the God Tree clone group. It's obvious that Sasuke is going to return through Hidari. This is something we've all predicted from the very first chapter. Chapter 4, when we seen Sasuke sitting down, or I mean Hidari sitting down, looking all clueless and confused about what's going on and asking about himself, and Jura giving him that side eye like, bro, what's wrong with you? Hidari is ultimately going to become the first character that's going to succumb to that dangerous love concept that Jura just talked about, because when he fights Sarada or sees Sarada in danger, that hidden Sasuke consciousness is going to come out, and Sasuke is going to return and betray Jura. Jura is going to feel betrayal for the first time, which betrayal only links to stuff that you actually love, which is going to cause his character to spiral out of control because he doesn't understand the concept of love and he wants to reject. But Hidari isn't going to be the only character that is going to affect Jura, or Jura is going to affect that character. There's another character that's very important, and it's Kawaki. I really believe Jura is going to be the character that's going to push Kawaki down the path of being the character that wants to destroy the shinobi world. Like I said, at the beginning of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, Kawaki's only goal is to eradicate Otsutsuki clan. That's the only thing he cares about. But if you go back to the first episode, now he's saying that that's right, the end of the shinobi, whatever he said, is what's going on. How did he go from only wanting to kill that specific clan to now wanting to destroy the whole shinobi world? Unless he got his history lesson from Jura, and Jura explains that the whole shinobi world was created because one Otsutsuki clan member fell in love with a human and started this mistake of a world. Again, the shinobi world was never supposed to exist. This is all a mistake caused by one clan member that lost control of her emotions. She went against the grain, fell in love, gave birth, got betrayed by her children, got sealed away. They started the whole shinobi world. Hagoromo got betrayed by one of his sons and caused a never-ending war that started that reincarnation cycle, which led to Madara and Hashirama all the way back to Sasuke and Naruto. And the cycle was ended. But everything that took place in the shinobi world, every painful memory, every disaster started from love. Obito, Rin, Madara, his little brother. Love is the disease of this series, and Jura is going to root it out. I know I just went on a complete rant, but yes, I feel like Jura is going to get Kawaki to turn down the dark side, and I feel like he's going to play a major role in that, because like I said, somebody has to give Kawaki the history lesson, because I don't think he knows what's going on. But that's it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I'm out.